day before yesterday, we just tried to get some idea that how MOOCs are, how different online programs are being offered, what are the differences in different platforms. You must have explored 2 3 platforms, which this was my expectation, and I'm sure that you must have explored 2 3 platforms: the content organization, the designing, the the content presentation, the video quality, and all that. So you have the basic idea that what are different components in any MOOC, right? Yesterday we discussed about a template, that when we plan to offer a MOOC, first we do some planning, and that template helped in our planning, right? So the basic things in the template we have discussed. Now, when you plan your course, you have planned your course, you have planned your objectives, then the next important thing is the quadrant of the course. In India, basically, we are following 4 quadrant approach. So 4 quadrants are: the first quadrant is video, the second quadrant is e-text. It can be PDF, it can be Word file, it can be web page. Then third quadrant is discussion forum, the face-to-face interaction. And fourth quadrant is assessment through quizzes or some other means, right? So if you go through any LMS, when we will talk about LMS, I will show you all these things. If you go through any LMS, every learning management system has provisions for all these 4. Means they have a provision to upload a video, they have a provision to host the text, they have a provision to have a discussion forum, and they have a provision to assess the learning outcomes of the module. So these 4 things are essential for every module. This is the difference in the MOOC and traditional course. When we plan a traditional course, we do not plan everything for every module. We plan everything for whole course. At the course end, what will be the assessment? In some systems, some universities, some institutions, there may be a lesson and assessment also, or during the lesson assessment also, but in most of the places, it is always traditionally the course and assessment only. But here, you need to plan these 4 things for every module. If there are 10 modules in your course, you have to plan it for all 10 modules. If there are 20 modules in your course, you have to plan it for 20 modules. If there are 40 modules in your course, you have to plan for all 40 modules. That for every module, there should be video, there should be some e-text, which is essential reading e-text. Then there should be some assessment and discussion forum. So these 4 things we need to plan. When we plan about all these 4 things, we need resources. If we think about the initial 2, discussion forum and quiz, we design. So we do not look forward to the already available discussion forum or already available quiz questions on net. We always create questions. So these 2 things we have to do. But the initial 2 quadrants means your video and your text for every module. Which video should go? What text should be there? Now there are 2 options. One is resource identification and accumulation. Second is resource creation. So our today's discussion will be only on the resource identification. That if the text, the videos are available already in web world on the topics on which we want to offer a course, then there is no need to recreate the whole thing again. We can use already available resources. Sorry. But when we use already available resources, first thing, we need to ensure that we are not using someone's copyrighted material. We need to avoid copyrighted material. And we need to use the material which is free to use or which has a permission attached with it to reuse. So how to identify that? For that, we need to learn about open educational resources, what OERs are. Many of you have already mastered the topic with the course which I shared on day 1. I have seen at least 7 or 8 certificates in the group. Few people have done earlier, so they may not be doing right now. So you all have the basic idea now about OER. Many of you have already attended some seminars, some workshops, or you have. So I'm not saying that you are not, aware about the concept of OER. But still, because it is the part of the workshop, so it's my responsibility to talk little bit about OERs, how we can find OERs, from where we can find OERs, how we can utilize those OERs in our courses, in our programs. Either we are offering an online program or we are going to offer a MOOC course. So for that, I am going to share my screen with the PPT, that is Open Educational Resources. Open Educational Resources is a buzzword. It's not a new word, it was, I think, created almost 20 years back now. So now it is not a new word in our educational scenario. This whole presentation, I just want to clarify because I'm talking about OER. This whole presentation, all the text, all the slides are not mine. They have been taken from some resources which are coming with the CC BY SA license. So that's why this PPT is also available with CC BY SA license. So anyone can use it with the same license for their purpose if they want to use. This is.
Sir, will you share this?
I will share all the PPTs. Don't worry.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. So the CCB by SA, this license itself forces us to think that why this license had been attached on the first slide of my presentation. This reflects that this presentation is also an open educational resource. That's why this license has been placed here. Now, when we talk about open educational resources, we all know that this term was created in 2002. That's why I'm saying almost 20 years back, because we are in now 2021, in a UNESCO forum on open courseware. Earlier, the term was open courseware. There was a difference between resources and courseware. This I will explain you in the coming slides. So what can be an OER? Any educational material, which can be textbook, which can be video, which can be image, which can be course material, can be curriculum map, can be concept map, can be multimedia application, can be any podcast, anything which you create for teaching learning and made it openly available to use by others without any need to pay royalty or license fee. So if we create some resource and if we place it without copyright symbol or without a condition that you cannot copy, photocopy, you cannot use, you cannot share, if we put a lot of restrictions, then it is not an OER. Though the restrictions in OER varies. So the simplest definition of OER can be that any educational material which has been designed to use for teaching learning and is available openly to use by the educators and the students without any payment of royalty or license fee, that can be considered as open educational resources. Now, the next question which often comes to our minds, that why OERs have licenses. There are licenses in OER, and you can see this is basically the key differentiator between an OER and any other resource is that is license. So what license tells us? License tells us the degree of freedom to use that material. Any material which is available in web world, if having some associated OER license, it reflects that up to what degree we can use that resource for our teaching learning. Because there may be some resources which may allow you to use, but they may not allow you to modify. But there may be some resources which not only allow you to use, but they also allow you to modify or adapt as per your requirement. There may be some resources which may be available to use for educational purpose, but may not be available to use for commercial purpose. Whereas there may be resources which allow you to adopt, to reuse, to even print it, to publish it, to sell it. So that kind of freedom can also be there. That's why we need to learn that which license is associated with which material. Now, there is one misconception about OERs are that how open is an open license. And sometimes people create a misconception that open license means that everything available is in the public domain and author has give up its all rights. It's not like that. And another misconception is that some people think that if it is an OER, it is not copyrighted. This is also a misconception. The copyrighted material can also have OER license. So what OER tells? OER basically tells that the original creator of the resource, the copyright holder of the resource, has given you how much freedom or how much liberty to use that content without his or her permission. If it is only copyrighted, no OER license is attached, then you may require to take a permission from the original creator to use it, right? So the degree of the openness, who will decide? It is always the author of the content or the creator of the content. That person will decide that how much openness will be there with my material. The question can be that how we can associate a license to our material, so that I will also respond. So the basic thing is that open license doesn't mean that it is in public domain, anyone can do anything with it. We need to see how open it is. And second thing, we also need to understand that the copyright holder is still there, but that individual has given us some permission to use the material without bothering him or without asking him every time. Now, the next question is whether OERs are free. Again, there are four labels of freedom. Freedom zero means that you run the program for any purpose. Freedom label 1 means the freedom to study how the program works, adapt it as per your need. Freedom label 3 means the freedom to redistribute the copies so you can help your students or your neighbors or your colleagues. Freedom number 4 means the freedom to improve the program, to release your improvement to the public, to the whole community benefits. This freedom number 3 comes with Wikipedia. Okay, so Wikipedia is having a kind of greatest freedom available with us now. If you see any Creative Commons license, these four symbols are associated with that. One is attribution, B by. Second is share alike, which is opposite to copyright almost. Then there is non-commercial, a dollar is not allowed, and no derivative work, ND. So these four words are coming with some combinations, which basically explains that what kind of freedom the content creator or the author has given to you. If a symbol B by is attached, it means that the content creator has given you the permission to copy its material, to distribute it, to display it, to perform your copyrighted work, to derive it. Many freedom it has been given. If share alike symbol is associated, then some restriction comes, because now the author has given you the permission to distribute the material, to work the material, to rework on the material, but to carry the material with same license, the license with the original material has. Suppose if this PPT is having SA symbol in it, then you may modify my PPT, you may use many slides of this PPT, but when you will share the PPT with others, you will also have the same license which the license my PPT has. So share alike. It is not saying that you cannot derive it. You can derive on it, you can rework on it, you can modify it, but you will share with same license. If NC symbol is there, it means that the material which you will develop can be used for copying, for distributing, for displaying, for deriving, but you cannot make money out of it. Means you cannot publish it in a book and you can ask the publisher for the money. You cannot sell it, right? So if NC symbol is there, it restricts you for commercial use. But if the symbol is not there, it allows you even for the commercial use too. Then ND. ND is the most restrictive symbol. No derivative work means that the material which you will get with this symbol, you can use it, you can copy it, you can distribute it with the learners, but you cannot modify it. You will share it verbatim copy. You cannot develop your work on this work. So no derivative work is allowed. Whatever you are getting, you share it as it is without any change, without any modification. So these are the four symbols which are basically being used and have been created, this 6 type of licenses. Attribution CCB by, attribution share alike CCB by SA, attribution non-commercial CCB by NC, CCB by ND, CCB by NCSA, and CCB by NC and ND. This CCB by NC and ND is the most restrictive license, and CCB by is come with maximum freedom, right? Let us try to understand how this symbol works. If the symbol is CCB by attached to any material, only these two symbols, it means that this material can be used for teaching learning. It can be copied, it can be published, it can be distributed. You can add in it, you can remove something from it, so you can tweak it, you can remix it. If there are 2-3 resources with CCB by license, you can mix with them. And the only thing is B by means attribution, means you can do anything, but you have to give the credit to the original creator. So the credit or the attribution to the original creator of the work should be remained. Only this condition is there, that you can use my material for any purpose, but you have to give me credit that this work was originally done by so and so. So this is the most accommodating license in terms of what others can do with your work. Then when we add essay, then we put one condition. Only the one difference between this and this is also have a lot of freedom. All freedoms are there. You can remix, you can adopt, you can build your work, you can do anything. But when you share your content, you share the content with the same license, CCB by SA. So you cannot see that if you are, for example, writing a text and you are using some material from CCB by SA content, right? You cannot say that, okay, I have used CCB by SA license, but my work should have a non-commercial symbol, or my work should have a non-derivative symbol. It cannot, because you have used others' material with a symbol. So you are now forced to share your material with the same symbol. Then comes the non-commercial, where you can use, you can remix, you can adopt, you can build your work, but only non-commercially with attribution and acknowledgement to the original author. Then comes CCB by ND. So CCB by ND means that the license allow others to reuse your work for any purpose, even commercially. But if this ND is connect, then it means you cannot adopt it. You cannot make any modification in it, but you can use it as it is. And because NC license is not attached, so you can use it commercially also, but with the attribution to the original author without any modification or change in the material. Then if it is CCB by NC SA, then it means it allow others to remix, to adopt, to build, use non-commercial with same license. So the license of the new creation should be with the identical terms, the same terms, the terms and conditions which were used with the previous license. This is the most restrictive one in all the 6 licenses, and it only allow others to download your work, to share with them, or share that with others, as long as they credit you. They cannot make any change in your material, as well as they cannot use it commercially. So these are the 6 licenses which we should have in our mind whenever we are using any other material for our courses. Why these licenses are so important? Why we are talking about these licenses when we are talking about online education or MOOC or online courses, because the content which we will develop will be in the public domain. It will be published somewhere. So if some problem is associated related to copyright with your content, you may fall in trouble in future. So to avoid that, you avoid it. Nowadays, another license has been added called CC0. CC0 means no right reserve. So when the author has give up its all freedom, its all copyright, that everything is available with CC0. You can download, even you can say that this is my image, not the original author's image, means attribution is also not required. In CC BY, at least attribution is required. Credit to the original author is required. But if something is with CC0 license, attribution is also not required, not essential, but it is not ethical. My suggestion is that as an academics, we should follow this, that if we are taking something from somewhere, even with CC0 license, we should give at least credit to the creator. That is an ethical question. But if you will not give the credit, even the original author will not come to you and fight with you that you have not given credit to me, however you have used my material, right? So this is the recent addition to all 6 CC licenses. Now, this is called public domain, right? Now, this table, those who have done the OER course of COL, they must have exercised, they must have played this game. This game was inbuilt there. This basically shows that with whom you can mix which kind of material. Like the public domain material can be used with anyone. But if something in public domain, it can be not derivative. So wherever non-derivative is attached, you cannot use it. So this is mixing in possibility is there, that if you are, for example, why this table is important? If you are writing your module for your online course or your MOOC course, right? So the material which you use in your module, you also decide that with which license my module will be in the public domain, whether it will be CC0, whether it will be CC BY, whether it will be CC by SA. So suppose you decide that you want to create a CC BY SA material. So which kind of material you can use? You can use only public domain material, or material with CC BY license, or material with CC BY SA license. But you cannot use any material with NC, ND attached to it, right? So these are restricted, that when I will create my material, I will use only these 4 types of material. I will not use these 4 types of material. So this table help in that. Now the question is, why OER? We are talking a lot about OER. After this, I will come on some websites also from where we can find a lot of things. How are OER beneficial? Because a lot of material is available, already available. Good quality material is available, through which people are contributing to provide quality material for more productive students and educators. It allows us to adopt the material already available. So we need not to rework again and again. Sometimes it helps us in our even in the capacity building of our institutions and education, because it involves no cost, or sometimes it involves very low cost. Not, you may require a system, you may require a drive where you will save it, you may require a lab where you will install it, or you will allow your students to access it. But still, the cost of OERs is much, much lesser, and the quality and its access is more. Now, the second session is on OER search engines, so I will discuss in that about that in next session. But here I am trying to basically put the basic things about OER. So let us first discuss if you have any question or query about OER, and then I will show you some websites for materials you may have, you may license, but how you will search it on Google, how you will search it on YouTube, how you will search it somewhere else. So those things I will show you, how you will search free images, free video, free music, everything you may require. So all those things I will tell you. But before that, if you have any question or query, let us discuss.
This only we want to know how to search actually.
Yeah, but what to search is also important to know, Manisha ji. So I just
Yes, sir.
so I
What
just
to
talked
search
about what
will
to
be,
search.
in the mind, like you, whatever is your requirement.
Yes, 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 yes.
So you are muted, unmute.
Muted? No, I am not muted.
Now I can hear you.
Yeah, yeah. So, sorry. So, whenever you plan your course, your modules, you also plan that what will be the content in that module, what will be the topics of that module. So, you basically decide the content of the module, how you will go ahead now. Yesterday, you have decided about your course title, your course objectives, right? But now
Yes,
you
sir.
need to decide about the modules in the course.
Yes,
How
sir.
many modules will be there? What content will be there in each module? So you need to write the key concepts to be covered, key points to be covered, major topics to be covered in a module. Then the next thing is that if you decided, okay, these 4 topics will be there in my module, now what content is required to teach that concept, to present, to explain that concept, what material is required. When you decide about the material, then you immediately do not jump on creating the resource for that topic.
Sir, I
First,
have a question.
yeah.
Suppose I want to develop a non-credit course, and then I don't create any video on my own. I just try to search online like OERs and then put that in the course. So is it fine?
Yeah, it is fine. It is fine. If the resources are already available and they are plenty, then you
Yeah.
can use it. But you need to examine the resource which you are
Yeah, yeah,
sharing.
that we will be reading and
Yeah.
examining whether it is right or not
Yes,
for our
yes.
course.
Many platforms allow. EDX allow, Canvas allow, Google Course Builder allow, Moodle allow. All these platforms
Okay.
allow all these things. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Any other query?
So, sir, I just thought that we have models of teaching. Like if I teach 5 models, there's plenty material available online. So I have to just plan in a systematic manner and search the resources and then
Yes.
prepare a course. So that is possible.
Yes, yes. It is possible. It is very
Yeah.
well possible.
Yes.
I can show you one course where most of the material has been taken from web. Nothing has been developed by the
Wow,
author.
that's nice, sir. Please tell us that also.
I will show you a course about.
Sir, in 2-3 days, we are getting so much of information from you. Although
Thank
I've
you.
done many courses, but I don't think that I have learned so much.
Thank you, ma'am. ये तो अभी आखिरी दिन पता लगेगा. Okay.
No, actually,
So
yeah.
yeah. Any other participant want to share anything or any confusion or any question or any addition? If I have missed something, because you all have done the course very recently, so you may have learned something extra which I have not touched. If anyone want to add that also, because I want some discussion and participation. If it is only one-way communication, then we are not in the workshop.
That's true, sir. It's like you are talking in air.
No, I'm not talking in air. I'm talking at least 26 people in front of me.
Yeah.
And their faces may not be there, but their names are there. Dr. Jyotsna, user Samir Babu, Bijoy, Kaushlendra, Smita, Dr. Sindhya, Ramchandran. Many are named people. Anju Gandhi, Swapna, B. Vijay Lakshmi. All are there. So all are on my screen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So is anything to be added by you, or should I show you some courses and
Yeah,
some
sir.
material?
Please show
Yeah.
how to
Okay.
search.
Okay. 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 So now I'm going to share my screen again. So let me start with the basic thing that when we create a content on our own or we design the course, what we require? We require some text, we require some videos, we require some images, we require some uh, music, all these things, right? Backgrounds and all that. So let me start with the images. I'm going to tell you about 2 websites from where you can download easily the freely available images. One such website is pixabay.com, pixabay.com. You just go on this website, pixabay.com, and you need to put only your keyword. For example, your keyword is teacher. You want some images for teacher. Now, when you see, there will be a lot of images of the teacher on this website. The first row is sponsored iStock images. So don't go for these images. Don't go for these images because these are the copyrighted and paid images. But after this first row, you will see 448 free images of teachers. It has been written here. Is it visible? What I'm talking, 488
Yes,
free
sir.
images. Yeah, yeah. So when you see this is always below the first line. When you will see this, you explore the images. Which image you want to use? You may want to use an image in your PPT. You want to use an image in your course page. You want to use an image in your text. Wherever you want to image, you can use. You can identify the image. You can download the image. There are multiple. Suppose I want to use this image, so I will click here. When I will click here, see on the right side what has been written. Free download, free for commercial use, no attribution required. So means this image creator has not even asked you to give the credit. But my suggestion is always give the credit. You just click on free download and it comes in many sizes. So if you want to use it 1280, 1024 or 920, the highest quality image, or some vector graphic, which is the very good quality 2.2 MB image. You also, when you are downloading the image, you see where you want to use it. If you use very high resolution image, it will take a lot of space in your platform. So for example, this image you want to use. Now, when you will download it, it will ask you every time to ensure that you are not a robot. To avoid that, what you can do, you just log in with any of your account. You may account with your Gmail account, you may log in with your Facebook account. So suppose if you want to log in with your Gmail account, okay, so now you have logged in. When now you will, sorry, I have clicked somewhere else. Free download, download. The image will be automatically downloaded. If you want to give the credit to the author, then it is always written here. Image by who from Pixabay. If you copy it and place it at the bottom of the image, the author will be more than happy, right? If you want to contribute your images, you can contribute your original images also to this platform, because this is a public community. So because I have added many images which I sometimes capture from my camera going here and there. So those images can be used by others. Similarly, you can also add to it, so you can be the part of this community. If you want to donate, I'm not here for the donation and all that. This is the one. Another very good website is Pexels, Pexels, pexels.com.
Sir, the resolution, which one, like 640, 1280?
Now 640 is better for mobile. 1000, 1200 something is better for laptop. Higher resolutions are better for higher screens, larger screens.
Okay, so thank you.
So here the same another website is Pexels, Pexels. Pexels also having a lot of free images. So here also, if you want to, for example, search an image for cell. So here a lot of images of cell are there. So now I have put cell, so they took it this also as a cell and this also as a cell. But if we want to use this image, for example, in our classroom, so you can use it. You just, here it is written free download. You just click. But This also show you what credit you need to give. So you just copy this and give this credit to the author. What is good about Pexel and Pixabay both is that you can search a lot of free video clips also. So if you want to use these video clips at the background of your PowerPoint presentation, at the background of your video, you can use these videos also. So there are many video files also available. For example, this one. So these video files are of 10 seconds to, this is only 10-second video. So it can be used as a background if you want to use in your slide while you are recording your video and all that. The similar is the case with the Pixabay also. Let me show you how to find the, yeah. So on Pixabay also, here is the option photo, vector image, illustration or video. If you put video and if you put your keyword here, for example, human cell, then again, these videos are sponsored video. Don't take these videos. Below it, it has been written 12 video of free video of human cell. So you can use these videos, any video which you want to use. And it is also showing the quality. It is 4K quality, it is high definition quality. So which quality you want to use, you can also download these videos and you can, it is written free download. So free download means free for commercial use. These two websites are very popular when we download the video files as well as the images without any risk of being caught under copyrighted issue. But we have a bad habit of using our best friend, that is Google.
Yeah, that's true. We always go to Google.
We always go to Google, right? So when we go to Google, we simply put here something, for example, human cell. We go on image, we find some images, we like, okay, this is good. We just go right click, we save it or copy it and use it. This is a wrong habit. Any image which is not downloadable should not be used. Copying and using the image or saving the image is a wrong habit. So what we can do, if you see on the Google page, at the end there is an option called tool. So you just click on tool, it gives an option called usage right. You just click here.
So
now there
please
are two things.
repeat again.
Whenever ma'am we search any cell, let me repeat again. For example, here let me write
teacher.
I.
Okay.
I. For example, I. Then it will show you the pages as well as images. So you need to first search the image, right? So you click on image, then all these are images of I. But you are not sure whether this image is copyrighted image or free image. So to avoid that, whenever you will search any image, there is an option called tool. Click on this tool button. These options will appear. Here there is an option called usage right. Click on it. Now you see all commercial and other licenses, Creative Commons licenses. So we will prefer images with Creative Commons licenses. Now you see the images are either from Wikimedia or from Pixabay or Flickr. Flickr is also a good repository of free images. So these are coming, right? If we want to use any image, for example, if I want to use this image, then I need to click on the image. When I will click on the image, it will show us a link. We need to click on that link. Whenever we click on the link will show you how to use it. You see file uses. This image is coming with Creative Commons Attribution Share Alike 3.05. So it means this is with a share alike license. When this is with a share alike license, then it means that you need to put the same license with your material where you will use this image, and then you can download the image. You just download the image, click on the image, save it first, and then you can use it with the proper attribution. So this is the way how we can use the images from the Google. Videos I have already showed you. If you want a free video, Flickr and Pixabay are the good option, or we can search uh, video even on Google also. When we search video on Google, generally Google direct us to its video repository, YouTube, because YouTube is a baby of Google. So for example, Yogasana, and you want video on Yogasana, right? So there will be many videos on Yogasana, but I'm not sure whether this video is freely available or not, whether this video is with Creative Commons license or not. Either we should know the repository, about which I will talk in the second session. So right now I'm not talking about the repositories. So suppose I'm going to this video. The video will open, but I'm not sure that whether this video is copyrighted or paid, because the video sometimes, if it is Creative Commons license, then it will give you here its license conditions. No license condition has been given. It means I'm not sure whether it is a copyrighted or free video. So how I can search free video? You search again in the search box, Yogasana, click on it. Okay. Then here you can see this is an option called filter. On the YouTube, when you will search, use the search box of YouTube, there is an option called filter. Just click here. Come on the features, where there is an option called Creative Commons. So you need to use this filter, Creative Commons. Now you can see that the videos which are coming, they are with Creative Commons license, because you have put that filter. So if these videos are of your use, you can use it.
Hello, welcome to the postgraduate.
Sometimes we know that some videos are with Creative Commons licenses. Like here you can see, in this video it has already written Creative Commons Attribution License Reuse Allowed. So when a video developer uploads its video, they basically upload with license. Let me show you to my YouTube channel. If you go to my YouTube channel.
So what is the name of your YouTube channel?
My name?
Your YouTube channel, same Gaurav Singh.
Yes, you see this. Okay. So suppose these are the videos here. If you see my videos, I always upload these videos with some Creative Commons licenses. So these are many videos which I have created during the pandemic. Actually, I was not fond of creating videos, but during pandemic I have created around 100 videos for my students on many topics. So suppose this is a video. You see here the license. So Creative Commons Attribution License allowed. So I upload my video always with Creative Commons license so that others can use my video, because I use a lot of Creative Commons content in my video. I develop video in Hindi, I develop video in English, both the languages. So, and it is the developer who decide that whenever he or she is uploading a video, which license he or she will use, right? So you always use the videos. If you are using any already available video, then use that video only with the Creative Commons license. Why I use this Creative Commons license on my channel? Because my channel is not monetized channel. So I'm not earning anything from my channel. It is in the public domain channel, and I have not put it under the category monetized. So if you run any video on my channel, you will not see any advertisement on that. because this is for the student consumption, not for commercial or money making activity. But there are commercial channels, because monetization is also possible on YouTube. You know how many views, millions views, these views, those views, and people are earning a lot. It is a good uh, opportunity for many creative people. So if it is a monetized channel, then I'm sure the video will not be there with a CC license. There are many videos, not only on my channel. If you go on, I'm showing you another channel,
Sir,
channel
I have
30.
subscribed.
Channel 32, teacher education. I just want to show you this. So here also a lot of videos are there. I think around 900 videos are there on different topics of teacher education, which I have created for my channel during last few years. So many
Sir, what is
faculty of
this channel?
32, teacher education. This is also a YouTube channel. So here you
Okay.
can also see a lot of videos are there. So all these Swayam videos are coming basically with CC license. Your discipline, you can search a channel, Swayam Prabha channel for class 9th, class 10th, Swayam Prabha CEC channel, Swayam Prabha IIT channel. So all the content of the Swayam Prabha channel is also coming on the YouTube. So that content is also freely available.
So for teacher education content, which channel you suggest on YouTube?
This subject?
Teacher education.
Teacher education is here only on channel 32. There's a teacher education channel. You see all these videos, and we have videos in the regional languages also. Like all these videos are in Bangla. There are some
Acha.
videos in Assamese language also. So we have videos in Assamese, Bangla, as well as videos in. Most of the video were developed for NIOS during the DLED program, but now we are developing videos for our B.Ed program also. So many teachers are contributing for that. We have already developed around 300 videos for 4 subjects.
So they are on YouTube, sir?
All. Every content is on YouTube. Every content is in public domain. Nothing is private here.
Okay.
We all are here to facilitate the teaching learning. So we are not here to make any money or something like that, right? So video you can use. Then comes the sound. There is a very good website called bensound.com. bensound.com. It is a very good repository of audio clips. So sometimes when you are recording any video and you want a background sound for that, you can download it. The only condition is that you need to credit it that the music from bensound.com. Only this one is there. Otherwise, for example, if you want to use, you just first play it. Is it audible sound?
Yes, sir.
Just click on download, save it in your system, and you can use it. But at the bottom of your video, you need to give the credit that music is from bensound.com, because when you will download it, it will show you. Free license with attribution. So it is free license, means you can use it. With attribution means you need to give this much attribution. Music, www.bensound.com. If you are giving this much attribution, you can use it even your YouTube video, your Facebook video. You can use it for any video or any PowerPoint presentation, these music clips. So music, I have told you how you can use. Images, I have told you how you can use. Videos, I have told you how you can explore and use, right? So this is all about for my part for this session. So we discussed about basic OER policies, OER licenses, as well as we talk about certain places from where we can download the images and everything. Because when we develop a PPT for video, we require a lot of efforts. Let me show you one video which is purely PPT based video, and then you can see that how it works.
So are we learning how to make a video?
Yeah. That session also I will take. We will talk about each and every component of a MOOC. So it's this workshop is a whole package.
Yes.
We are not going to talk about only few things. Let me show you some video which is only a PowerPoint based video. Okay. I'm going to share my screen. This is a PowerPoint
Hello
based
and
video.
welcome in this session on citation and referencing style in research. In this session, I'm going to discuss about the changes which have been proposed in the 7th Manual of American Psychological Association, which was released in 2020. I want to clarify that this presentation is based on APA 7th edition guidelines and it is for the use of researchers or research students only. No one can use it for any commercial benefit. Dear friends, we all know that American Psychological Association APA has introduced.
So here I just want to, I do not want to play the whole video, but I just want to show you that how we have used different slides here.
Good grammar and spelling are important, but if you want to write essays that inspire,
we should go to back. Yeah. So you need to create different slides, right?
Text, table, figure.
For example, in this slide, I have used a background image. So this background image is from?
We all know that in research, whenever we...
This background image is from Pixabay. So how to create PPTs for video? This is also the part of our discussion. So I will talk about when I will talk about resource creation. Today, I'm not talking about resource creation. Today, I'm talking about basically resource identification. So when we do the resource identification, we need to find the places where the resources are.
And so if we want text, then?
Text you can search from Google itself.
Okay.
There are many other search engines also, which I will discuss today. But sorry, I'm on YouTube. Sorry, it has these two, Gmail. You just place anything like you go to advanced search option, then here there is an option called users right at the bottom. So here you can choose the license, free to use or share, free to use or share even commercially, free to use and share or modify, free to use, share and even commercially. If you want this much freedom, then you apply this. Okay. So now that text will appear.
Yes, sir.
So you can use license. So for that, what you need to do, you go to setting, you go to advanced setting. In advanced setting, go down. There is an option called users right. Here you click free to use or share, free to use or share commercially, non-commercially, whatever. If you want only free to use and share, just click advanced share. Then it will show you only those pages. So text also you can find.
Sir, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. So anything else, if anyone wants to ask anything? Because we have 10 minutes in our hands.
Can we apply the same procedure for sharing the PDF too?
Yes, ma'am. Why not?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, can you suggest any tutorial video which is available in YouTube regarding the Swayam MOOC preparation and development?
No such tutorial is available yet.
Sir, CEC maintaining any official YouTube channel?
Yeah, actually every Swayam course has its YouTube channel. Forget about institution. If you think about learning and teaching, and if you search learning and teaching is my course.
Okay.
And suppose if you will search learning and teaching on YouTube, you will find a channel for learning and teaching. Why it is there? Because in Swayam, there is a provision that all the videos which are being used in a Swayam course are hosted on YouTube.
Okay.
So when a course ID is being created, a YouTube channel is automatically created with that.
Okay.
So every Swayam course, if there are 4,000 Swayam courses at present, then 4,000 YouTube channels are there.
Okay.
Yeah. So every course has its own channel.
Okay.
Yes.
Sir, while we are connecting some videos from the portal of the Swayam, the EMMRC websites is opening. EMMRC's official YouTube channel is opening. That means EMMRC is maintaining their videos in their own YouTube channel.
Actually, CEC, UGC CEC is looking after 12 channels, and all these channels are being managed by EMRCs at different places.
Okay.
So they have distributed subjects to their EMRCs. Like EMRC Srinagar is looking for something else. EMRC in your Kerala, there is one EMRC where it is, I forgot the place, but there is a EMRC in some university in Kerala also.
Yes,
so
Calicut University.
Calicut University, right? Calicut University. So they are also offering some courses. So they are hosting there.
That's
but
okay.
Every video, because no portal allow you to host any video. Why? Because any LMS, whether it is Moodle, whether it is Canvas or it is Swayam, they give you very less space. For example, for Swayam course, to offer the whole course of 16 week, we get 2 MB space, 2 MB. Now you can see 2 MB is very less space. Even you cannot host a book of 2 MB. A book can be of 3 MB, 4 MB, right?
Sir, all these videos prepared by CEC or SAM is under the Common Creative License?
Yes, it should be. It should be. If someone is not uploading or forgetting to upload it with that license, that can be an issue. But generally, these are under CC license.
Okay, so we can use the already prepared
available
videos
video.
Yes,
you can use. No issue.
Then have you suggested any tutorial website for preparing MOOC or Swayam?
I don't think there is any MOOC website, but there is a Swayam course on it.
Okay.
There is a Swayam course is being offered by one of my very good friend, and he's at now, I think, director at any one EMRC. Samir Sahasrabuddhe. Samir is knowing him very well because he's from Mumbai. He was earlier with IIT Mumbai. And
so
he is offering
what is the name of his course?
The name of the course is Developing Learner-Centric MOOC.
Developing. It is all about the Swayam MOOC.
Yeah, it is all about how to develop a MOOC, learner-centric MOOC.
Okay.
How to make learner-friendly MOOC. It is all about. So it is an 8-week course, I think, a 5-week or 8-week course.
Sir,
it is available on Swayam website. So
sir, can you repeat the his name now, sir, please? Just
the course coordinator name is Dr. Samir Sahasrabuddhe.
Samir Sahasrabuddhe.
And the name of the course is, let me find the course. It is, I think, Developing Learner-Centric MOOC.
Okay, sir. Is it available in the platform or is it over?
Yeah, it is on offer right now.
Right now. Okay, that's good, sir.
So that is a very good MOOC course. Those who want to, designing learner-centric MOOC.
Designing learner-centric MOOC. Okay.
I am sharing its link to the your chat box.
Yeah. That's
so if anyone wants to explore it, you can explore it. No issue.
The medium is in English, sir?
I think it is in English. I have not gone through the course, but I know because I know Samir very well. And he has done a lot of MOOC courses earlier also when he was not with EMRC. Now he's a director at one EMRC.
Yeah.
So he has done even a course on animation, which was a very popular course, which was being offered by IIT Bombay on MOOCit platform. MOOCit is also a very good LMS developed by IIT Kanpur. And it is available freely. If someone wants to use it, they just need to write to MOOCit team and they will give you all the links and it's downloadable format. So MOOCit is also a very good platform, which is an indigenous platform. So he has offered that course on MOOCit earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, any other question or query? So I think we should stop right now and we will be back in the afternoon. So before that, what I suggest that because you have already decided about your course, many of you have worked something on your course. In the meantime, till noon, you decide what are different modules in your course, what should be the modules, what should be the content of the module, and try to fill in that what video you will use, what text you will use, whether the text will be recorded by you, developed by you, whether the video will be developed by you, or you will use any already available video. So you search those things and fill in your template, because template is having those provisions also module wise. So it will help you to move ahead in your course. Is it okay, Samirji?
Sir, I might ask you one more thing, sir.
Yeah, please.
Is there any minimum required enrollment for a course?
Not as such, but a good course is that which at least attract 500 learners so that it can go in next cycle. Otherwise, if your course will not attract good enrollment in first cycle, UGC or any MOOC provider will not allow you to rerun it.
Okay. Okay, thank you, sir. Okay.
But if it is a good course, enrollment is not an issue, because retention is an issue. We will discuss about it at the last of the workshop, that how to ensure the retention of the learners. But retention of the learners is the biggest challenge in any online or SWAYAM or any MOOC course.
Okay, sir. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So we will meet in afternoon, Samirji?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Sure.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So thank you very much.